Hey guys, my name is Shai, and this is the official demo video for my very first deck of cards. I just want to show you what it is, what it looks like, what's in it, so that anyone who is shopping the deck can decide if this is for you. And of course, the link is going to be down below in the description box. It will take you to my Etsy shop where you can check this out. I am offering this in two different ways. One is this physical box, the physical product, the physical cards, and the other one is I'm actually just selling the print files, the files that I used to print this, selling those digitally so you can download them. And I'm doing that because, just because, many people might just want to buy it that way, right? Because it's a lot cheaper to just buy the files than having to buy the physical product. But I was inspired to do that because I really realized that to ship this overseas, once you include, overseas shipping and then currency conversion and foreign taxes and import fees and all of that stuff, it becomes very expensive for someone in a different country to buy it, right? So I wanted to provide more options. So basically you can check that out, both options for purchasing this in my Etsy shop, link down below. So it's called Gemini Light 49 Inspired Messages, and it's named that. I've actually had that name, Gemini Light, running in the back of my mind for a long time because I do all of my channeling through my Gemini moon, and that's what this is to me. This is actually a deck composed of messages that I have channeled and written down in my journal over the course of the last 3 years. I actually got 3 different journals I've filled up, and I've written all these messages, and I went through, pulled out the ones that wanted to be included in this deck, and that's what we get here. So this is the box, nice and simple. Just get a zoom in on the front and the back. And the box is nice and flexible. It's easy to open. It's the art on the back of the cards. It might come with a few blanks, a few blank cards. That's just leftovers from the printing process, and I'm going to leave those in there because it is nice. I like to have extra bonus cards in the deck, right? If one of your cards gets dog-eared, or sometimes I leave the blank cards in when I'm shuffling this, and then if that comes out, then I know that I am meant to just receive the message from within, right? To look within to receive the message. And I'm printing this on linen cardstock, so the cards are lightly textured. And what I loved when I received this from my printer is that it actually shuffles right out of the box. They're not sticky, they're not stiff, they fit in my hands, they are the right size, they are flexible and perfect for shuffling, which I loved. So I want to let me draw a few cards to see which ones want to come out. There is space for you here. There is enough room for your whole self to unfold. Message number 1. I think just to show you guys what this looks like, I'm going to draw a few cards with a few messages, and then I'll flip through many of the other ones, and you can actually see on my Etsy listing, I have shown every single one of these. I just, it's not a surprise. This is not a big secret. You don't need to buy the deck and wonder what you're getting. You can look and read every single of the 49 messages in here. So if you want to read that, you can just go check out the listing to see every single card in here. Earth's system of life, death, and rebirth is a pulsing geometric construct. Death is simply the way geometries are pulled back into the whole. So I'm not going to explain this one. I want to instead explain how I perceive these cards and what I think they are. So there's no there's no booklet that goes with this, right? There's no booklet. And some of these messages are really easy for you to understand. Some of them are just kind of affirmational, like this one, right? There's enough space for you here. Hopefully that's a little bit of an uplifting message for someone who needs to receive it. And other of them, they might be like, what? Right? Because to me, every single one of these cards carries essentially the energy of my spiritual awakening behind it. Like there's light codes embedded in each one of these cards. They're all activators, right? Every single one of these cards is an activator. And essentially when I have channeled these messages through the years, it was always like I run to my journal and write something down when I and like receiving inspiration, right? Really receiving inspiration. And all those inspiration always comes with like a higher level of awakening, a deeper level of understanding, a flash of insight, like maybe a psychic image or a connection to a spiritual being, right? And there's a whole lot of information and like data and energy that goes behind that. And so all of that, right? Those little pockets of evolution, all of those energetic activations, all of that is essentially hidden here in the backs of these cards. Like they're connected to these cards. So I actually imagine people reading these, and if you pull one like this and you might not immediately understand what that means, that's actually perfect, because it means that you're beginning the spiral path of activating this energy within you. And so you might read that and go, okay, that's interesting, and maybe you get some insight, but it'll stay in the back of your mind. And as you slowly work with the deck over months or years, and you'll find that the same cards, come back to you, as you shuffle, and you come back to the same cards, and slowly they will activate within you, and they'll trigger things, and they'll bring you your own inspiration. So that's actually very specifically why I did not include a booklet. Like I could write a book explaining each and every one of these messages, but for me, that was not the purpose of this deck. That might be the purpose of a different deck, but this is Gemini light, right? This is Gemini light. To me, my Gemini moon, and the way I channel through my Gemini moon energy, is to bring in like little bits of insight, little bits of inspiration, and kind of pass that on, pass it around. And then that activates stuff within others, and then everyone else goes on their own personal journey, right? So it's about activating and awakening, not necessarily about explaining everything in detail, because I completely know that everyone will be going on their own journey with these cards. Your perfect opposite and other half has part of you inside of it. You have part of it inside of you. I just noticed that this card is slightly bending, and that is because I just ironed this background. And it was still a little warm and damp. So don't worry, the cards should come completely straight. That's just what's happening right now because of the fact that I ironed. So those are the three that want to come out. Let me just show you what the rest of these look like kind of quickly here. Just to give you an idea of what this looks like. I made all the art on here myself using a program called In Spirit. It creates these kind of kaleidoscope images. So that's what I'm offering. That's the deck. By the time this video is available on YouTube, the link should be active in my Etsy shop. So just thank you so much to everyone who has followed my channel, gotten private readings from me, left me beautiful comments, vibed with me in the vortex, right? Over the past few years, it has been the most incredible, amazing journey, and I'm absolutely beyond excited to have actually physically produced a physical product. The fact that I took these messages that came to me initially just as abstract ideas, and then I put them into words, and then I wrote them down in my journal, and then I made art to go with them, and then I put them in a file, right? I matched the words to the art, and then I sent them off to a printing company, and then the printing company is actually going to be printing it. It's incredible, and I'm so excited to make more cards in the future, more different decks, different things. It is an entirely new phase of my journey, and I'm beyond excited, and I could never have even gotten to the point of making my very first deck if it weren't for every single person who has supported me so far. So I just love you all so much and sending you so much love and light. Talk to you later. Bye.